Good afternoon, guys. Thank you so much for meeting with me. We're just going to jump right in with customer A. So, Morrison Farms is a pullet operation out of Gonzales, Texas. They're family owned, but the son has recently taken the reins. He has 3 young kids and is busy with them, plus the 5 pullet houses they are currently managing. Each house is averaging 25,000 pullets and has 2 flocks a year. They are looking to revamp their watering system due to several factors: contamination of water lines and faulty electronic systems. They are also interested in a more convenient system since the pullets are in growth stages and need a new system that can be modified and adjusted over the 21-week growing cycle. Business is good, so the budget is high. However, the family is very frugal and not easily convinced. Okay, so moving right along into some rapport. I can really, just ask who I'm talking with. I can ask a bit about themselves, where they go to college, what they graduate with, maybe how long they've had the operation and what they love about it, because it's a fun business, but it can be kind of crazy. And with 3 young kids, that house can be wild sometimes.
Definitely. Going with more rapport, I have a twin sister that's the same age as me, so having 2 under 2 at one time was definitely crazy in our household. My mom tells me all the time, so definitely giving them more convenient options is going to be very attainable for us, and we can really talk about that and go into it.
For sure. So let's move into some probing questions.
Okay, some probing questions that I've been thinking about. Since they were saying they were having some contamination issues, maybe they're seeing sickness within the birds. Maybe that's a huge problem within the poultry system, within the poultry business even. That is a huge thing.
For sure, right now especially.
And
Yes.
some obvious questions we could kind of ask are, what's the size of their barn? Maybe what don't they like about the system they have right now? Why are they looking for other options?
Exactly. I agree.
Definitely with the water lines, we can ask them, are your water lines rusted over? Is there holes? Are they just breaking for no reason? Are you having contamination because of hard water? We can really go into why their water lines are breaking and how we can really benefit them and help them make their water systems better.
Yeah, and maybe how long has this been going on?
Definitely.
I think we could also ask about their electric systems and what went wrong there.
Agreed.
Definitely.
Agreed, for sure.
Yes, so going into some needs and wants, I definitely think that we need to touch on the contamination and how we can, we have easy cleaning and it's very convenient to clean for them. We can also touch on our warranty with that, but we'll get into that a little bit later.
Also, I feel like having more of a flexible system, since that they did say they have 2 flocks per year and they're going through the 21-week growing cycle with their chicks. So anything that can make more convenience, like Ashlyn said, or anything that can make it more flexible.
Agreed. Like maybe the act of raising up or lowering it depending on the height of the chicks and the chickens. That's a great feature and benefit we can
And
Yes.
with having 2 flocks a year, with the nipples being easily interchangeable.
Yes.
Exactly. We can maybe even later in the line sell our OptiGrow, and we can have a barn that they change it out of if they have a younger bird barn.
Definitely, that's a really good idea. So seeing that they have pullets right now, I would definitely recommend our Feather Soft Combi. That is our pullet, nipple, and system. So I think really going into, are we selling the entire system since you are having bad water lines? Do you just want to start with the nipples? We can definitely go into that.
Agreed. And I think what we can really set is the budget. So yes, it's as said, it's high, but we don't know how high is to them.
Definitely,
So we can
yes.
really talk about that and see whether we want to go in with a full new system in all of their houses, in one of their houses, or if we just want to connect it with their current system.
Definitely.
I think another thing that it will be a great thing to really talk about is the litter guard cups. They're a great way to keep everything super clean, sanitary. They catch a lot of water, so leaks are very far and few.
Yes, definitely. I also think that we should touch on how easy our system is to clean. That's a really great benefit of our system specifically. You just open the valve, all the water goes out, and it's super quick and easy between flocks.
Agreed. I think an objection could be, how long does our system last? Maybe what's the warranty? Because obviously it said they're frugal, and I'm sure you want to spend money where money is deserved, right?
Definitely.
I feel like also, since they are frugal, we do want to remind them that this could be a good investment. Maybe if they want to do just a few barns or maybe all of their barns, we really don't know right now. Since they are a little bit frugal, we just want to remind them that this could be something that could really benefit them, kind of ease their worries.
Agreed, and we really want to set a buyer-customer relationship. We really want to be someone that they can come to with their problems, with any questions they might have, and we can really soothe them and keep this relationship going so we can have a long-term customer.
Definitely. Are we all in agreement with the Feather Soft Combi?
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Let's move on to customer B.
Okay.
J&T Poultry is a broiler producer out of Nacogdoches, who contracts with Tyson Foods. They have large, modern broiler houses, 60 by 600, to hold up to 50,000 birds at one time. They are currently spending a ton of money sanitizing houses and dealing with bedding issues due to the damp environment with all of the extra birds. They are finding that it is waterborne pathogens, mold, and other things due to leaks and faulty systems. Both owners are into new technology, both recently graduating from Texas A&M University, where they met in the poultry science department. They will do anything to up their production and continue to secure contracts with Tyson Foods. Keeping up with a company like Tyson Foods and the high standards of their contract is a lot. So they already have spent a big part of their budget this year updating and making adjustments to the big chicken houses.
Awesome. Okay, so starting out with some report, it says that they are both recently graduated from Texas A&M University. I also have just recently graduated in class of 2022 from Texas A&M University, so we definitely can go into that. I know that they know that we are a value-based company because we are an Aggie-based company, so we know that we have the same values of each other.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I think going into some probing questions could be, what kind of system do they currently have, right? Do they have a fully going through water dripping system, or is it a little different? And what exactly do they not like about it? Yes, I see that they have had some problems with leaks and waterborne pathogens, but really understanding kind of what does that look like, and what is their biggest and main problem that they want to fix for the future?
Definitely. I think a big problem also going to needs and wants is definitely they want better sanitation and some new systems. So really assessing, okay, is sanitation from your pipes? Is it from the nipples? Where are we going wrong? I know this one talks about the bedding too, so we can definitely replace those nipples since our nipples are compatible with any type of system.
Agreed. Does anyone have an input on what type of nipple we give them?
Yeah, I definitely think since it's a broiler operation, we'll go ahead and do our broiler nipples. Does anybody want to go ahead with that?
Yeah, so the broiler nipple, the Feather Soft stainless steel, the high flow?
Yes, high
Yep,
flow.
the high flow, it is our best nipple that we have. It's the best for boilers. It allows a lot of water. It has a vertical flow rate of around like 90 to 110 milliliters of water. So we can really talk about that and get them really assured in that nipple so that we can further along go with the entire system if that's what we're wanting.
Yes, and the Feather Soft High Flow does have our highest amount of water that goes to the chickens. So with the nipple, they are really getting a suitable amount of water.
Yeah.
I feel like one big benefit that they could have was that they spent a lot of their budget fixing things that were messed up because of their faulty systems, and we could say that we could throw in some complimentary people to come out and look and help
Yeah,
them.
so going off of what you said, because I think I'm understanding what you're saying. So when things break down, we can assure them that we'll come out there and that we will fix anything that needs fixed, free of charge within the first 1 to 3 years.
Definitely. I think also going into some more products, the Litterguard cups will definitely help with the bedding issues because
Agreed.
that really is going to catch all the water that's leaking into there.
Giving J&T Poultry that peace of mind that the Litterguard cups can give them and that our system could maybe give them because of the convenience and just how it can help them, that could really soothe some worries that they might have since they are keeping up with the big brand Tyson. I know that can be kind of stressful at times, so just being able to keep up with them and just not have these problems.
For sure. And what are we thinking about maybe new technology? Does anyone have some
Definitely.
input?
I think that we should definitely tell them about the app and how they can monitor things and not have to worry about if things are going wrong or not, and they can simply just check on the app and not have to have so much worry about that.
For sure.
Adding on to that, not having to be like a big brother over a barn would also kind of help give you some more time to focus on other things, you know what I mean? Because being able to look on an app and it be able to tell you what state your barn is in makes it a lot easier than always having to be in a barn and constantly checking, which could also help with just flexibility and just convenience in general.
Agreed. And a great thing that we can offer to soothe maybe an objection about sanitary and sanitation could be the flushing out of our lines. So whether it's the summer where you need more flush outs or the winter where you need less, it's an easy thing to do and it's so quick and so efficient.
Yes, definitely. And also I think the complementary product of having our personal opinions and our guys coming out to go make sure that their systems are clean and sanitary will definitely soothe some of that objection.
Yeah, our guidance will be a great thing.
Yes.
So are we all in agreement that we are going to do the broiler nipple, We're gonna add our letter card cups. We're gonna talk about the app. We're gonna talk about our warranty, all the things.
Yes.
Okay,
All
perfect.
grants.
Let's move on to customer C.
Okay, customer C. Poultry Forever is a retailer out of East Texas that supplies all things poultry. They have not sold to many commercial operations in the past. However, being in poultry country in Texas and finding out the benefits of watering systems, they would like to start doing some contract work to increase their sales. Their main income is distributing feed, but because water is so important to the production, they feel like they would like to break into that industry supplying both feed and water to be a one-stop shop. They have several of their stores nationwide, and if you can get this account, it would really be profitable for the future. Since it is a trial business venture, in their minds, they are unsure of the situation due to return on investment. However, the owner, Miles Garrison, has 2 sons who are plumbers and technicians who are encouraging him to branch out.
Okay, one thing with building rapport, one thing that stuck out to me was poultry country. I've never heard of poultry country before. I would definitely like to ask about that. What is it exactly? That sounds cool. Hearing that they are a poultry supplier, being from poultry country, I feel like that could be a cool thing to talk about.
Definitely, and I think another way we can build rapport is he has 2 sons that are both blue-collar workers. I know as a single mom, I definitely have to call out plumbers and technicians a lot of the time, so I have a lot of respect for blue-collar workers because they do help me so much.
For sure. So going into this profile, it's something that we really haven't touched in too much.
Definitely.
So there are definitely a lot of questions that we can ask. Like maybe what are we thinking storage-wise? What are we thinking store-wise? Do they want to sell just the nipples? Do they want to sell the letter card cups and the nipples? Do they want to sell the entire systems? All of that. We really need to ask and really get a great understanding of what we exactly want to do here.
Definitely asking about how big their stock room is. I don't know if they can house the entire operation in the back of their room. So we can definitely ask if we need to keep the supplies at our factories, or do they have space to hold it? Do they just want to have one in stock and then sell that one and then get another one in stock? We can definitely ask some questions about that.
For sure, for sure. So another thing we could do is we can offer like master classes on our information. So, because I know retailers, it's hard because they're selling so many things. They have to be knowledgeable about so many things. Really getting to understand maybe our system or having brochures or easy connections that we can have to really get them informed about our product would be a great thing.
Adding on to the brochures, I think that we could tell them that we could send out some in fluctuations throughout the year, and so that they can spread the word about what they're selling and have easy instructions for the customers so that they can sell.
Agreed, and maybe that could be an additional product and additional kind of thing we sell to them.
Definitely. So some needs and wants, we definitely need to ask them, do you want just the nipple? Are you just going to sell the nipple? Do you want some other things? I think that there's not a lot of knowledge here on what they want to sell. So asking them those questions and assessing their needs and wants would be a really good question to ask.
Agreed. So nipple-wise, honestly, I feel like we'd sell all of them.
Definitely.
And I think it's also a really good thing to ask, like, what's their customer demographic? Are we getting huge commercial operations? Or are we getting more of the backyard chicken farmer? What does that look like?
Yes, and is poultry country a huge operation, or since we're off I-10, is it just a little small farm?
Exactly.
Definitely. So objections definitely could be the price. We don't know how much they're going to mark it up. We definitely can talk about that and create a game plan so that we are happy with the price, they're happy with the price. They might think that they're not bringing in enough revenue because our prices are extremely low for the industry. So I think soothing that and having a conversation about the price that they're going to put out would be a really good idea.
Agreed. And maybe another objection that they could have is, are we selling to other stores? Are they going to have competition in the area? What does that look like? So maybe we bring in like a non-compete or something like that to maybe assure them that we're fully invested in their business and we want to help them do well.
And then going back to the brochure, I think that would be a really good complimentary item to put into their order so that they know what they're talking about, the people that are buying it know what they're talking about, and they really have a full system down to the T.
Agreed. Another thing that we could sell is a demo in the store.
Definitely. That's a really great idea.
I feel like adding on to the demo, I feel like whenever you see something in a store, you might not even know what it looks like, might not even know what the abilities of it could be. Just hearing it and in your mind, it could really be different from what it really is. So seeing something in a store can really help open your eyes about the product, kind of show you exactly what it is, no confusion, just
Agreed, and maybe it could be an opportunity for someone to like test out the nipple, see how much water comes out of it if, say, a chicken or your finger brushes down on it.
Definitely. So are we all in accordance with doing all of the nipples, really talking to them, seeing what they want, and also selling a display?
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds great. Let's move on to customer D.
Customer D. Cal-Maine Inc. is a large company that has a laying facility of IH-10 going towards Houston. They have similar watering piping systems to Cumberland. It transports water to their offset multi-tiered caging system. They have had a few isolated instances where the current feeds troughs under the water systems have ended up having a few traces of salmonella, which has led to costly testing and enhanced regulation. That in turn has created situations where the focus has been regulations instead of production. They are currently looking for other options in a few of their older houses where they are currently watering systems are starting to break down in order to ensure that these systems are remedied. The company prides themselves in the health of their flocks and strongly believes a healthy chicken is a happy chicken.
Awesome. So does anybody want to start with the report?
Yeah, so for me, rapport, maybe ask their name, ask who we're talking to, how long they've been in the industry, when they get started, where they graduate from, all of that stuff.
Definitely. I know that I have a family farm, and although it's not a poultry farm, it is a wheat farm off I-10, not so much towards Houston, but more in the outer skirts of San Antonio. So I know that I could definitely talk to them about that, see what the differences are between San Antonio I-10 and Houston I-10, if it's more of a city down there, what's going on there.
Yeah, okay. So what are we thinking with probing questions?
moving on to probing questions. I feel like we could ask maybe how big the barns are, how
Sure,
many chickens are in the barns. What are we really looking at here? We kind of got minimal information, so being able to pull out kind of the basics here would be most beneficial right now.
For sure, like maybe how many barns we have.
Yes.
You know, what does it look like? Are we having a few younger bird barns, or are we having just our majority laying barns?
Definitely. I also think that asking them, do we know what's causing the salmonella? Is it hard water? Is it just leaky nipples? Is it going into the hay or shavings, and is it making it all dirty and nasty and causing contamination? What's going on with that? Definitely asking those and seeing what needs and wants are going to come out of that.
Agree, and I think a need and want is like a super sanitary system.
Definitely.
You know, and something that's long lasting, won't break down. All of the things are very important to this customer.
Well, great for them. Our system is super sanitary, so if we want to go ahead and go into needs and wants, I think we'll have some very good things to say about our sanitation.
Agreed. Okay, so nipple wise, product wise, I'm thinking the Feather Soft Combi.
Definitely.
It's our laying nipple. It's a perfect fit for them, and I definitely think that's what we're gonna really want to focus on in the sale.
Definitely.
Another thing would be the litter guard cups. If anyone wants to have some input on that.
The litter guard cups could stop, obviously, the water from getting on floor, becoming contaminated, and other chickens drinking contaminated water. So they could be there to catch the water, and I think we should definitely mention that as a benefit.
For sure.
Definitely.
Having that to be able to ease the worries of the salmonella problems, since it is a large company of laying hens, that is a huge problem that we're trying to remedy right now, which can also be a little bit scary for them. Having that to be able to just fix their main problem right now.
Agreed. I definitely think another thing we have to really kind of figure out is what are we looking like budget wise? You know, are we wanting to go in with just our nipples, or are we wanting going in with full systems? You know, kind of what we're looking for on that, and after that we can really figure out exactly how much we want to sell to them and what we want to include in the sale.
Yes, definitely. Also, we know that they've been focusing more on regulations instead of production. That's no fun. We all know that. So I think easing some objections that they may have about how sanitary our system is, we can ease those by telling them we have a really easy way to just flush the system, clean it out. We also have a warranty where we'll have our guys come out in between flocks so that they can see if it's still sanitary. If they need to clean it, they can send out another guy to clean it. We can come out personally with our relationship with them and make sure that everything is clean and simple, and just make sure that they really are able to focus on their production.
Definitely. I think another thing that we can add as a benefit of our product is we can flush medication through the system.
Definitely.
We can talk about that. And, you know, if a salmonella outbreak ever occurs again, which I don't think it will with our systems. The medicine we can flush through, any vitamins we can flush through, and we can flush out the system to make sure everything is super clean and super sanitary for those chickens.
Definitely. We can also control that from our app, which is really great. They can sit in their recliner, watch some TV while making sure that all their vitamins and products are getting into their water the way that it needs to be.
For sure.
So Are we all in agreement with the FeatherSoft Combine?
Yep.
I agree.
Sounds great.
Okay. Thank you guys for meeting with me. We are now ready for presentations.
Definitely.
We are now ready for presentations. So if the sales associate selling to customer A would like to start, we can get into it.
Perfect. Okay, customer A is Morrison Farms. They're a pullet operation in Gonzales, Texas. They have 5 barns. Just going off of that, some rapport. They have 3 kids. I have a few siblings. I know it can be crazy. They also mentioned that their son just took over, is now taking over the reins. My dad and my grandpa both share a business. It got passed down, so I can talk about that with them. Some probing questions now are, since they said they were having some contamination issues, are we seeing any illness in the water in the systems? Also some obvious questions. What's the size of the barn, their system right now? Why are they deciding to change it? What do they not like about it? Maybe some needs and wants. They're wanting some flexibility and convenience since they do have kind of a hectic household. Being able to have something easy and simple that they can just rely on and not have to worry about would probably make their lives a little bit easier. The product that we do recommend for them is our FeatherSoft High Flow, which is our pullet nipple. It's the best for them. It's made just for them to make the pullet's life easier, just to give them the benefits that they need. But some objections, they are a little bit frugal, like they said. So price, reminding them that it is an investment and that is something that will benefit them, will really ease some worry that they might have. But some additional products, since they are having contamination, are litter guard cups to stop the dripping water, would also soothe some worry that they might be having in their barn.
Awesome. So moving on to customer B, I have J&T Poultry, who is a big broiler operation contracted with Tyson. They are facing some bedding and sanitation issues, which is no good. So a way that I can build rapport, both of them have newly graduated from Texas A&M. I also have just graduated from Texas A&M class of 2022, so definitely can go into that. Some probing questions are, what system do you currently have? What problems are with it? How can we at Cumberland help you fix those issues? So needs and wants are better sanitation, new systems, and they also, being so young, love some new technology, which is going to be great for our app. We have a really cool app that you can control from your home. The product that we're going to go ahead and sell them, since they are a broiler operation, is the FeatherSoft High Flow system. We're going to go ahead and sell them the entire system because we don't know if they just want the nipples, but they've also had problems with the sanitation and the water in the pipes, so we're going to go ahead and do that full system. We also, to soothe some of the objections about how sanitary is our system, we're going to include some litter guard cups and easy cleaning for sanitation, as well as we'll have our maintenance guys come out between flocks so that they can make sure that everything is super clean, super pristine, and make sure that everything is running great.
Okay, I had customer C. They are a retailer that wants quick return on products. Their name is Poultry Forever. For rapport, we could talk about they have 2 sons that are blue collar, and it could talk about how much I appreciate blue collar and how much I use them and just how beneficial that is. Some needs and wants. The system is very easy to buy for them to be able to sell to anyone coming into their store. Since they do want to sell to a lot of people very quickly, it can be very easy to just look at and decide that you would like it. Some objections that we would have to figure out is storage. We could tell them that we could sell the nipples individually if they don't have room to sell the whole system, since those are interchangeable. An additional product we can do is brochures. We can send out brochures to the retail store to give to their customers so that they can decide and look at if they would like it or not, and also for the workers to be able to be knowledgeable on what they are selling. Again, ask how big the stores are, and yeah, and we could also put out a display so the customers can see what it looks like and put their hands on it and see if they'd like it.
Yeah, so I had customer D. It is Cal-Maine Incorporated. They are a laying facility off of I-10. So to start with the rapport, I could ask their name, how long they've been in the poultry business, when did they get started. Then moving into some probing questions, maybe how many barns they have, what are the sizes of them, the square footage, what they want moving forward, whether they want full systems in their barns or if they want to combine the two with their current systems and our nipples. Some needs and wants: a clean sanitary system that's long lasting and won't break down on them. So some features and benefits of our products: the sanitariness of our cups and our nipples, how we can flush out the systems, pump medicine through them, the warranty, which is 10 years long, the app to track the systems, and to see the levels of bacteria and the levels of the water. The product that I would sell them is the FeatherSoft Combine nipple, which is our pullet and laying nipple. I would also sell the Litter Guard cups, the app, and the upgrade on the app, whether they want the upgrade or not. So, yeah, those are our profiles.
Awesome.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.